Losa's Lounge.
Podcast episode 21, season 4. Well, look who's back. Look who is back, ladies and gentlemen. We have put out a national campaign on milk cartons everywhere, poster boards, highway, what do you call those?
The poster board?
Sure, on the highways. The banners missing. Jasmine Estevez.
Well, you didn't put it in the correct places. You're supposed to put it on like Hennessy bottles and,
Whoa,
uh, that's,
God. So liquor stores anywhere.
yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, that's grand opening, grand closing. Los's Lounge podcast is available on your favorite podcast app. You can tune in, hit subscribe. Don't forget to leave a review, rate the show, and also hit subscribe on the YouTube channel where I would love for you to hit those likes buttons, share with all your friends, and follow us on Instagram at Los's Lounge underscore podcast on Instagram. That's all I have. One day I'll graduate to something else. We got a jam-packed episode. The first lady of the lounge, Jasmine, is here. Big shout out to Deanie, a big shout out to Renzo, big shout out to Mr. Rogers. Serge, thanks for he'll be back on the show with us, and Danielle as well. Coming up soon. We're gonna do a nice birthday episode and all that good stuff. So thank you to all the subscribers and the listeners. Now let's get right into it because there's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna get it right out the way. Well,
What is that? I can't. Is that Madonna?
you see, the problem is this shirt is from 2001. I've had this since I was 19. This is a Madonna Drowned World Tour t-shirt. Okay.
I'm fucking blind right now, so
Well, it's not the, I mean, it's better lighting here than normal. So I'll take what I can get. And that means that Confessions, I swear, every time the woman drops a new album out, I feel like a teenage boy all over again.
you dropping a new album?
July 3rd, 17 new tracks, Confessions on a Dance Floor, Part 2.
Okay.
So if you go on her Instagram now, you can see the video teaser. New single should be coming soon. Mother is back. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't have anything to drink right
What's
now.
your favorite Madonna song?
I think we spoke about this. Why I cannot think of the fucking title right now. Um,
Is it Vogue?
no. I mean, that's my second favorite. But
Material Girl?
no, no, no. On the soundtrack of A League of Their Own.
Oh, this used to be my playground, which
Yes.
went to number one back in 92. Yeah. By the way, let's talk about your shirt, Selena, Selena, Selena.
I do anything for Selena's.
Ooh, rest in peace to the Mexican goddess. Hey, listen, Confessions on the Dance Floor, July 2nd. Okay, she's out the way. Madonna. We'll revisit this once it drops. You recently just seen the Lamar Odom documentary. I believe that's on Netflix. And I scrolled by it, but I didn't stop in it. And so can you give us some insight as to what are your thoughts? I have an idea of what it talked about, but go ahead, give us your opinion.
So I felt like one, I feel like he's not in full recovery. I really don't, because a lot of the antics, a lot of his mannerisms, things that he said during the documentary screams I'm not in recovery. Um it focused, one thing I do love, because I've always been a Khloe Kardashian fan. If
Right.
I've always loved her. She's always been my favorite. And this just gave even more light and respect for her, because the shit that woman did for that man throughout the, I think what, 6 years they was married, something like that.
Right.
Um, she covered up so many
Yeah.
times that he had his little, sescapades and drug use page, all that kind of stuff, just to avoid the tabloids and people, selling stories. I mean, just imagine uh, a woman, or as for you, a person calling you saying, "Hey, I just finished fucking your man. Um, I can't do it no more because all he wants to do is sniff and fuck, and that's about it. Like, come and get him and still stay with him." You know what I'm saying? Like, it shows right there. It shows one thing, that she loved him, he didn't love her. And he actually,
Probably didn't love himself either.
well, that too. But it actually showed that he used her for fame. You know, he said it, his somebody else said it. It showed that his baby
He
mom,
he specifically said that out of his mouth. I used her because
well, not necessarily I used her. He basically said, you know, like I saw that she was, up and coming and everything, and I think that was the best thing for me to get up.
okay, because he was also, and I'm just gonna bring this camera in without messing up anything here. Just because I can see you better. Even I got to get a new prescription, and I know these aren't the right ones. Because he was dating Taraji. It was said that he was dating Taraji P. Henson before he met her. Did he mention that?
No.
Oh, okay.
It didn't the show or the documentary didn't really mention much of like anyone else but his kid's mother and Chloe.
Got you.
It showed basically from when he was young how him and his kid's mother got together, the loss of their child, all that basically kind of leading up to his substance abuse. And then from there, going from like his basketball career, meeting Chloe, like he literally like degraded her. He was like, yeah, World Peace had, I guess, a show. I mean, yeah, like a showing in Vegas. He paid Chloe to host, and he's like, yeah, I was just trying to fuck, but she wasn't letting me. Like literally straight out, he was like, I was just trying to fuck, and she let me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So,
Oh.
and it showed it was people from the Bunny Ranch, all that good stuff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All that stuff that happened back in
Yeah,
yonder, seven
everything.
years ago, maybe
And then like obviously
8 years
at the
ago.
time, hearing news, hearing third party speak about it, I remember people she was getting backlash because his kid's mother, people were stating like, oh, Chloe wasn't allowing anyone come into the hospital to see him, all that good stuff. Um, but it was for a reason because there were people he owed money to going in there, stealing, going through his belongings to see what money they could find on him, or steal anything that's valuable. Drug dealers coming to visit him, so obviously she was like, no, like I'm not gonna allow this. Um,
That's wild.
it's just sad, like, her kids spoke negative about her, but at the end of the day, like, I remember one time, I think
His kids spoke negative about Chloe.
not necessarily negative, but was like nothing positive at all,
Sure,
like,
sure.
oh, we didn't meet
So let
her,
me
but
ask you this. So is it a broken down series or it's just like a straight one and
one,
an hour?
yeah, just straight. I think it's an hour long, hour and a half, maybe, I think. I think
Got
it's
you.
not long, but
Got you. So I don't have to sit through multi-parts
no,
of the Lamar Odom story. Like I'm not that interested personally, but I do
yeah.
respect his
Um,
basketball career.
it was just, a lot of you could see who was the enablers. You could see who was like just negative in the
Are
whole
you bleaching your skin or is it your lighting?
my lighting.
Yeah, because you're giving me the Sammy Sosa special right now.
No, I
But wait, I think it's the both of us, as pale as I am.
remember I'm pale. It's just the summertime because I love to tan, so that's why I'm always dark.
We both are giving the Sammy Sosa special. Look at my muscles. Look at
Mind you, I have bronzer on too, so
look at my ramen noodle arms.
yeah, work on that, homie. But no, but it was really good. It gave a lot of people respect um for her because that's one thing I seen a lot on TikTok. Like so many people was like, I'm
So
not a Kardashian fan, but that gave me a lot of respect for
so it changed it 2020 hindsight. Um, all right, well, let's move it right along. I'm not trying to cut you short, but I'm already bored of Lamar Odom just because it's been so much in the, you know what I mean? But then again, here goes to our next topic because the title of the episode. By the way, this episode is it's got politics, prison justice, religion gone left. We got Lamar Odom itching and scratching while he's telling his story. We've got and then we got something that is just repetitive, but I'm not trying to focus so much on the actual because yes, we haven't forgotten the Epstein files, right? And I hope not. But at the same time, even with all the information we have, he's still not being held accountable. So I don't want to get into that. But I do find it really deeply disturbing that and interesting that Melania was pushed to the front. This narrative, like Melania was pushed to the forefront as if she's the victim because of the attacks that she's getting. Like they're trying to spin the narrative, and I'm like, yo, lady, nobody's even thinking about you. You should have, like, really, 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 and all this imagery of Christ and him as, you know, God shall not be mocked. But at the same time, are we living in our last days? Because all this is written. This is it. This is it. And damn it, justice for the Epstein survivors. What say you?
I don't really have much to say at the end of the day. Um,
Okay.
Unfortunate for the victims. But at the end of the day, are we really going to get the truth? Absolutely not. And people need to just face the reality that their favorite celebrity, favorite politician, and favorite rich person probably was part of the shenanigans. And I mean, what
Still
more?
protecting a pedophile,
Yeah,
an alleged pedophile. Still protecting a billionaire who is. We're not doing that on today's show. Whatever. This episode, this show is meant to. You know what? No more politics today. But it's all about. We're talking faith files, felons, fury. Unfortunately, this is what it is. I mean, when this whole Trump, because Kamala is, I think, going to run again. There was just I just reposted a clip. I just said no more politics, but she was just mentioning that she's thinking about running again. You've got my vote. Somebody, something. Now, this is if they don't break the Constitution, if he doesn't run for a third term, who's to say, Jasmine, when we get there? Because so much has happened in this little bit of time that it feels like we've been living in this forever, for like the last 10 years, bro. Like everyone is just so exhausted. And I talked about this on the last episode, the exhaustion of it all, the exhaustion of the news cycles, and why people should listen to Los's Lounge to get away from that. So let's get Jasmine, I want to pull up a story
listen,
of a situation in church of a person going to be baptized. A UK pastor, Cheryl Bartley of Life Changing Ministry, has been charged with. Nope, that's not it. No, I'm so sorry.
get your shit together.
My sincerest apologies. This is coming from the BBC. I just want to read this to anyone who hasn't heard this. A pastor has been charged with gross negligence manslaughter after a man died during a baptism ceremony in Birmingham. Robert Smith, 61, from Brixton, London, died from drowning at an address on Slade Road, Erdington. This is in the UK. Shout out to listeners in the UK. Cheryl Bartley, 48, was charged with one count of gross negligence in relation to her role as a pastor during the baptism, the Crown Prosecution Service said. The baptism event was streamed live on the church's Facebook, but the stream was cut during the event and the video was later removed. I'm reading this and I'm looking, how do you drown though? How do you drown during the baptism?
Unless I know some places have like the really big pool type thing and they dump them,
Yeah, I've seen that. It's like a hot tub of Christ. They're
basically.
selling them everywhere. I'm just joking. I'm joking. God forgive me. Oh God.
Um,
Um,
I don't know, maybe that.
but you're 61. Did you slip and fall? Didn't anybody else not notice? How do you have what happened?
Maybe
Only,
maybe he like swallowed water when he went down.
I was baptized when I was 2 years old. There's a famous picture of me after at the after party the baptismal party at my parents' house with myself and mom and Titi Wanda, and I'm just standing there giving side eye. I was so over it. Um, it's just shocking. It's just shocking. It's just a weird way to die. I mean, I hope he gets into heaven after all that.
I
Like,
mean, it was
maybe he's
perfect time.
better off on the other side,
Perfect time to, a perfect way to get to heaven while you're being baptized.
or at least, get in a yeah, 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 something poetic about that in a beautiful way. But
Yeah. All his
okay,
sins were
we're gonna,
clean.
huh?
All his sins were clean. He went fresh.
Well, there was an Arizona inmate also who just killed three pedophiles within the prison that they're in. Um, I mean, that's a big conversation moment. It's very layered, right? Because we know that crimes against children get a different reaction from any human being. The elderly and children have always been that's always been the norm, right? In any system. So there's a morality conflict around it. Is it wrong? Well, yeah, murder is wrong. But the other part of me playing devil's advocate is like, I ain't mad at you.
I mean,
You got nothing to lose. You're already there for life.
well, it's not even that. I feel I'm a firm believer of pedophiles should have immediate death sentence.
Trump.
Anyone. Any type of, especially if you caught in the act, like I just I've never understood the whole concept of the death sentence, like death row, and them waiting so long to give the prisoner the opportunity to appeal their case. I feel like if there is concrete evidence, there shouldn't be any room for appealing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when it comes to pedophile, like I know some people said we should you know, castrate them and all that. But at the end of the day, that really doesn't do much though. Because, okay, yes, you're taking away their genitals. Cool. They can't physically, with their genitals, do something. But, there's so many ways of these pedophiles just having the disgust of sexuality with just looking at a child.
The
Is the
mind
mind.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah, it, yes, sexual
Gross. Gross.
aspect comes into it, but it's more of a mind thing because, I mean, how many times do you see people catch a pedophile just taking pictures of a kid or just like staring at them and like literally fantasizing about a child, like just in person?
So I'm gonna share this story. I won't say the name of the father, but we both know him very well. Look into my face. And this is a good thing. This is a great thing. One of our own. I love you, man. Oh. Um, and he told me that when him and my niece were out, that there was an old dude taking a picture. This was like somewhere near Boston or something like that. I forgot where they was. And it was just him and the baby. And he almost got into it at the place that he was because after telling the dude, yo, why are you taking pictures of my daughter? I guess, and he meant, the Papa Bear awoke, but then people leaned towards the side of the older guy. So these other white guys were there and they kind of got in the mix, and it's just him and my niece. And that was the whole thing. Remember the guy back in 2010, maybe 11, 12, that caught that 13-year-old molesting his kid, or the 15-year-old boy, and that punched him so bad, like the trigueñito was all crazy. Like that's and then look at all this nonsense with Epstein Island and
I mean, I've seen so many stories that the mother,
sex trafficking and
you know, killed a person that they caught, raping their child or something like that, doing anything, pedophile wise and getting arrested. They shouldn't
water.
get arrested.
Go ahead,
No,
I'm listening.
they should get praise because that's something that should be done.
Yeah,
You know, um, I know, this is being very vulnerable and very open. But that's because now I'm at a point in my life that I'm okay with saying it. But, unfortunately, I was a victim of um minor, things, unfortunately. And I mean, I've never spoke about it until years later, but it can mess up a child the whole year, no matter what happens, no matter if justice is served, no matter if they speak about it, if they don't speak about it. Um, it's whether you go to therapy or not, it's something that it will stay with you for the rest of your life, regardless.
sure,
Um,
sure.
and unfortunately, it's so sad to say, but I feel like the Hispanic community covers it more than anything.
Mm,
Because I have seen and heard so many people, so many Hispanics that said, they told their mom or, and that their tío, their primo, or somebody, did something, and what they do, they either
ignore that.
ignored it, punished the person who actually, has that happen, and then still allow that predator to be around.
Which is the wild part. Which is the
Exactly.
wild part.
Sabiendo. Or, and then this about it is so many times I've heard people go, ay, tú sabes que el tío tuyo viene, so ten cuidado. Or like, so that whoever that tío is to the family is that
Something
type
ain't
of
right.
person, y tú sigue. Like you allowed him to be around. That's the sad part about it. Is the
Well, so basically, a big fuck you to the R. Kellys of the world. All right, let's move on to something a lot lighter and probably not as light as we both look on the camera today. I have a new pink nipple right here. You just can't tell. Maybe you can. Oh, Jesus. Spring fever. Oh, the weather. Oh, my microphone's still not working. We're accepting donations for new equipment for Los's Lounge out here in these streets. Please hold for 1 second. Really? We're doing this? All right, we're back. All right, cool. Um, Sorry about that, guys. We are accepting. I am. I don't know about you. And look, if you want to donate to the show, I need some new equipment. Spring fever is here. Spring. The flowers are blooming finally. The leaves are starting to grow. I don't know about you, but over here it's like in the 80s. It feels fabulous. I mean, I have a sleeveless tank. Thus, I am, promoting Madonna out here in these streets. We've all been waiting for it. My morale has been boosted. It's like an infusion of life. And that's how I feel about it. How do you feel about spring? And my birthday's coming.
awesome. Well, I'm excited for warmer weather. I hate winter. Even though winter has such a chokehold on us because
Oh,
it is worse than the menopause of a woman. Um,
not the chokehold.
it's horrible, but it's beautiful outside. Like I just, I'm just loving it. I love it.
Aren't you excited to just run around in your bra and panty outside for no reason?
I don't do that, but okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're wasting time in your life. Um, I'm super excited. Tis the season of new beginnings and what have you. Also, and just better weather, man. I can't wait for that first beach trip. I can't wait. Whatever. There's so many, and it's almost May. We're already 15 days into April. So a big shout out to spring. All right, let's move past that.
Everyone
Um,
taxes.
hmm?
I said, hopefully everyone did their taxes.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who did their taxes on time. Jeez, I did mine. I'm paying back. And then the little bit of state I would, you know what? We're not going to get into it. Next category. Speaking of taxes and taxpayer money and what have you, um, talking about deadlines and shit. Diddy, are you still trying to come home? And Bill Cosby, why are you still talking? You're about to croak any day now, and you're over here looking for a retrial. Why aren't these men who have been held accountable by the law not just and just what is going on? If you did the crimes, you do the time. Now, Bill, you out, and you still getting he was just charged he was found guilty over another crime, right? That he has to pay out for. I think it was recent. Yeah. Let me Google this. I'm not prepared today. Um,
I don't keep
but that's okay. That's what life's about.
those things depress me
Bill
such.
Cosby retrial. Those things depress me. Well, I'm not trying to depress you, but Santa Monica jury awards $59.9 million to the sex abuse in civil sex abuse verdict against Bill Cosby. A jury awarded $19.25 million in damages to a woman who accused Bill Cosby of sexual assault more than 50 years ago. A few hours later, they awarded another 40 million in punitive damages.
Damn. I mean, like I said, nothing will completely heal her, but hey, who said money can't buy happiness?
Bitch, I'm healed after 40 million. I am. Honey, I haven't. Honey, you look up healed in the dictionary. I'm standing there like this. Healed. Um, no, it just bothers me that these men are not just like enough. Like we're exhausted already,
Is
but
they
why don't you just sit still in prison, do your time, come out and do better? Or Bill Cosby, just let it go, bro. Let it go. Like all the you had everything and it sucks. But I will still watch the Cosby show if that shit was on like that.
But you
Like
know why? I'll tell you right now why. Because remember, one thing about sexual predators, it's the whole control aspect of it. So them speaking still or feeling like they have that voice is still that egotistic narcissist trait that they have, like that control that they feel like, and they feel like not empowered, but they feel like high. You know what I'm
because
saying?
they can manipulate the situation too.
Like they have that godly complex. So they feel like they still can speak about it.
Do these men have big penises? Because I feel like if these men had bigger dicks, would this be Diddy? Come on, man. You mean to tell me you're gonna sit here and pay dudes to pipe down your girl? I still can't get over that. All right, Diddy, we're gonna move on. Do you think so? Also, I think with Bill Cosby too is just really just for him. I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. Is really trying to restore your legacy too. You're at the last end of your life. When you're gone, you was to be known as this. You were to be put on a pedestal. But because of all the things that have happened, not just even recently, because look, this was being talked about a long time ago, back in the 90s. You know what I mean? So, and I'm probably sure in the 80s.
And
So I kind of understand that the restoration of your or
yeah,
the
but
rep.
it's so sad also because especially with Bill Cosby, he was a Navy vet. Like you served your country, like
While he was getting served. Ew. Sorry. And you take that personal because you are a Navy veteran yourself. Speak into that. Thank you for your services, Jasmine. It's not Veterans Day, but what was the best part of being in service? What was your favorite memories while you were out on sea?
I would say, because I tell people all the time, those 6 years were like the best 6 years, some of the best 6 years of my life. I would say the biggest thing that I enjoyed or that came out of it was my friendship,
Mm,
my family, friends slash family that I grew, like, Monica. best friend, Komai. She's my sister,
Shout
basically.
out to Monica.
We've been
She's in
friends.
Florida still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been friends for over 20 years. Like 26 years, 25 years, something like that. I still keep in contact with a lot of them. We're like family that, long distance family, we still keep in contact with each other. We try um to, link up whenever anyone comes to whoever state at the time. That besides the experience of living in a different country and visiting other countries and learning how to shoot many different guns, um that's my favorite. um I would say is the friends that I've met, and because at the end of the day all we had was each other. And I feel like I always say this: military friends, it's a special bond. Like, you always have special bonds with certain aspects of your life. Like, even going to nursing school, we had a special bond going through nursing school. High school, you have certain bonds with certain things, but I feel like when it comes to the military is a little bit different because literally we are each other's, like, right and left hand man.
Right, Lifeline.
Yes. Like, you have to trust the person next to you. You have to trust their decisions. You have to trust that they have your back. You have to trust everything, whether you're in the middle of the sandbox, in the middle of the sea, or just a regular schmegular, base. Um and yeah, go through a different aspect in life. You go through so much different things because I've have friends, different bases that I've been on, and is a different living situation, or I would say like aspect of where we was at, but it still was a learning experience, and just an experience that only we will understand.
Right, right. No, that's acceptable and respectable. I get it. I totally get it. Hey, would you like to play a game with me? Thank you for sharing, by the way. Thank you so much for sharing and for your service and to all the veterans of the United States. I'm sorry that he's putting you through a ridiculous war that we still don't even know what's going on, but we're not going to get into that because this is the happy hour, isn't it?
Yes, please no.
Let's play a game of one or the other. All right. Jasmine, 90s R&B or 2000s R&B?
Fuck. um 90s. 90s.
Clock that. Love or peace?
Peace.
Money or happiness?
Money buys happiness, so yes, money.
I'll take the money too. Um, that's bad. Okay. Expose the truth or protect your peace?
Oh, I'm all about exposing the truth.
The expose of it all.
Because you know what? The truth shall set you free.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. That's my next question. Explain your answer, and there you go. The truth will set you motherfucking free. Look at that. Caca! Um, if you don't know by now, you're still listening to Los's Lounge podcast, available on your favorite podcast app. We're almost at 70,000 streams. I know. I'm proud. Thank you to everyone listening. You can also please hit follow on the subscribe on the just Google it and just
And just
go
follow.
from there because clearly I don't know on Instagram, and please on the YouTube channel, and check out the YouTube shorts and the shorts that I post. They're hysterical. They get a lot of views. They're a lot of fun. All right, we are going to I want to wrap this episode up with the truth, man. I'm honored. Well, I have a few names I'm going to mention. Celia Cruz, Sade, and that includes the band, not just Helen Fala Sade Adu, because Sade is the name of the band, if you don't know. The Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, come on, what are we talking about? The RZA, the Jizza, the U-God, the Inspector Deck, the Raekwon, the Ghostface Killers, the Method Man, the Old EB. What are we saying? What are we saying? Shout out to Staten Island, all Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees this year. Super exciting. Um, I'm really excited, particularly for those three names that I just named. I think Luther Vandross is also another one of the ones. There was a lot of other good artists. I think Phil Collins as well. Who didn't love Phil Collins? First of all, shout out to Phil Collins because you had one of the best Disney soundtracks ever. That Tarzan soundtrack. Cause you'll be my heart. You'll be my heart.
Okay.
Okay. Sade, who no one has seen since the Soldier of Love tour. So we want to know, well, who won the war? Because we haven't seen or heard from you. And also the Wu-Tang Clan, which is one of my favorite hip hop groups. I mean, them, Tribe, Mobb Deep. What are your thoughts on all this? Because we love, and then Celia Cruz, first Afro Latina, Cuban Latina, to be inducted.
Well, I mean, as a Hispanic, obviously I'm super proud of Celia. I mean, finally,
Rest in peace.
rest in peace, finally, because she's, a phenomenal singer. She has paved the wave for so many Hispanics. And especially being from Cuba. Um, and she broke a lot of walls and she's done a lot for
She
our
broke down walls. She broke a lot of walls.
community. She
Did
break a
she
lot of
punch right through them? Bah, bah,
them.
bah, bah, bah. No,
No.
no. It's like, honey, how are her hands?
She was like the
You,
Hulk.
you know, one of the best videos online is Celia Cruz and Patti LaBelle when they perform together. Kimbara, kimbara, kimba, kimbam, bam, kimbara, kimbara. I don't know what's going on in this episode. Okay, so a big shout out to them. Who got snubbed? I don't know. I don't care. I don't know, and I don't really care who got snubbed. I thought Mariah Carey was up for this. Yeah, she was nominated. Wasn't she up for the? Why isn't Mariah Carey in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Are you serious?
I don't understand.
1920 number one songs?
I know. Like she held the number one song spot for so many years. Like
That's wild.
it's that's
Eh,
sad. That's sad.
all right. As always, I want to give a big special thanks to the ladies of Accidentally Informed. That's Claudia Jordan and Erica Cobb. Big shout out to Anthony and all the informers. Thank you so much for your support, Claudia and Erica. Thank you, and a big, massive shout out. You can check out their shows. Well, follow their podcast on your podcast app, and they go live every Wednesday night on YouTube at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can catch Claudia on on Side Dish. I believe that's the name of the show. It's a weekly recap of entertainment, pop culture, doing what she does best and on all that good stuff. Please also follow and check out Renzo Del Castillo's podcast with his oh God, I think Steve, I think is the guy's name. I'm so sorry if I get the name wrong. Real Poets, Reel Poets. Check out their podcast. They're doing wonderful things over there. And also, don't forget to buy Renzo's book if you're into poetry. The book is called Still, and it is available on your favorite, well, on your Kindle, you can buy it on Amazon, you can get it in your bookstore. Definitely check that out and help support Brother Renzo. He'll be back next month on the show as well. And all that good stuff. Season 4 is going to be coming down to an end. So I'm looking to end this season and then revamp again for season 5. I want to end next month and then come back in July. There's gonna be a lot to talk about because I have so many personal things going on in June, and then the Madonna album drops, and then we're back.
I'm
Oh!
Rico in July, so
You're going to Puerto Rico in July. Look at that. Look at that. I need to book a flight to go see my great nephew. I want to give a big shout out to Isaiah and Maya and baby Elijah, and a big shout out to my sisters, Angie and Leslie. And I also want to give a big shout out to my parents. I love you. Let's play. Do you want to say any closing remarks?
I'm excited for the Michael Jackson movie that's coming out next week. You know how I feel
I'll
about
pass. I'll pass. Same old song and dance.
same shit with the Madonna. Anyways, so Yeah, all
She's
right.
still alive.
Barely. She's barely. You know this is a never-ending fight.
She says she's barely holding on. That's okay with that IV drip, though. She is still thrusting those hips. That bitch don't know how to sit down and just enjoy the money.
And put down the fillers. Please put down the fucking fillers.
Yeah, but it's been better than she's been looking good. I and you know I'm critical number one. I'm critical. Yeah, I'm like stop all that shit already. But you know,
And you know, if Nico was here, he'd be like, Lady Gaga.
yo, I was just telling my mom her tour we should have went to because I seen the full show on YouTube. People post the full shows, and that was a spectacular that concert. It was over 2 hours, and just the theme of it and the all she brought all the like all the big hits from back in the day. Woo! She's just so dope. A big shout out to Lady Gaga. I like her new song with Bruno Mars for The Devil Wears Prada 2, which is coming out soon. And also Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out soon. I'm excited about that.
About that also.
Finish him! All right. This is Los's Lounge. This is my first time seeing my cousin Jasmine in ages.
I know.
Well, we have found her.
January.
We have found her, and she's got the Sammy Sosa special. She's bleached all the way down.
It's called Winter White.
Yo, son, but look at me. I match the wall. Like it's a good thing I have a red shirt on. If I didn't have this red shirt on, I would have blended right in. All right, love. I got to get ready. I have to go back to work for a work event from 5:30 to 8:30. It's network night, so all the local business. Shout out to everyone in Western Mass. Shout out to everyone that works in public health in Western Mass as we are celebrating Public Health Month. And everyone who knows me knows I'm a community health worker for the Childhood Lead Poison Prevention Program. Don't try to call my bosses. My people know me. If you listen to the show and you don't like something, my people know me. And I also definitely
Is
want
coming
to
up for everyone who has a nurse in their life.
shout out to all the nurses and everyone that works in the medical field.
Give them something special for nurses because damn well the hospital ain't giving us shit. Cute. I'm keeping
Sounds
it.
like another episode. We need to discuss this. Hey, I do want to quickly say long live Michael Claudio. I love you, Mike. And but also I want to offer my condolences to the family of my colleague Brandy Litt, who I've been working with in this field for the last 5.5 years. So my deepest condolences and my thoughts are with the family. We'll miss you, Brandy. And cancer, man, cancer, and it happens so fast. And I'm not trying to end this on a sad note, but just want to say, just treat everybody with kindness and respect, and just be kind to yourself too, because you just never know. And so we've hoped you've enjoyed this hour of fun with us here at Los's Lounge. Has it been an hour? Maybe 45 minutes. You get a short one today. Class is dismissed. Go home to your mothers.